I don't think that's in there.
No. But it's been like this since 1913. Since 1913.
An upside down A since 1913?
No way. No way. No. Nope. They didn't have that kind of symbol, I don't think, like that, did they?
Teresa, wait a
Sandy?
minute. Wait a minute. The star, was that there? Wait a minute. The star, was that there?
Wait a minute. Go back.
Yeah. What?
The star.
Yes. Whoa,
That
hang
star
on.
wasn't there.
Wait,
Star
that star
wasn't there.
That star just
No.
appeared. Guys, did you see that? Do you see the star? Was that there just a second ago?
No.
There's a star on the wall on the left, too.
Yeah. That was not there.
Did you see that star there a second ago, or did it just appear to you?
It just appeared. It just appeared.
I actually was looking away for a second.
No, guys. Oh, my God. My chest is hurting.
People in the chat, did you see the star we were looking at Mont Blanc a second ago?
No way, Sandy.
I
would remember.
I was looking at the A. And the
Sandy,
all right, people. All right, there's two people right now saying live change. No, we're not crazy. We're not crazy. We're not crazy. Okay.
Oh my God. That star was not there, Sandy. I would have remembered that.
I know it wasn't because I uploaded the images. There was no star. Gerald.
Oh my
Neal said,
God,
I saw
guys!
It just appeared. Megan Sousa. That star was not
Guys,
there.
you guys just witnessed a live change. A live change on the show. This is huge, Brian and Brian.
The rest of the residue, if we could. Well, when we get to it. Okay, so this is residue for Checkers. That's Checkers residue. The apostrophe.
No.
Okay, this
is a Pinguinati production.
Back. Dose of reality. And a crazy reality it is. A fluid reality. That statement alone triggers so many. Now, stick with me for a minute, because if you are somebody that has been against the Mandela effect, thinks it's a psyop or misremembering or something that doesn't even need to be paid attention to, I think you'll actually find this video pretty useful, because I'm going to show some pretty significant things here that I want you to think about. This right here is what actually sparked me to make this video. I've been sitting on this for a little bit. One of the listeners sent this in to me. Walt Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, what this actually is it's an 11-page book of color illustrations, and it comes along with a record with some songs from Snow White. Why is this significant? Well, we'll talk about it in a minute. Now, by the title of the video, and even people that don't resonate with the Mandela effect topic, they're probably aware of this Mandela effect, or in their eyes, claimed Mandela effect, right? If you're somebody who doesn't believe in it, doesn't think that it's real, But let's talk about it for a second. Effect, or in their eyes, claimed Mandela effect, right? If you're somebody who doesn't believe in it, doesn't think that it's real. But let's talk about it for a second. If you're going to be honest with yourself, that's on you. And I were to ask you, oh, and the sound on my phone is never on, but it's on for a reason, and you're going to find out in a minute. I could actually probably shut it off for a second right now, because we're going to use it for a little test. But also, if I were to ask you, what's the famous line that the Queen said in the mirror of Snow White, you would say, what? And, you know, this is one I talk about all the time, and obviously, you know, the answer would be, well, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Okay? And we don't have to sit here and pretend that we don't remember that, right? You remember it. I'm not saying you agree with the Mandela effect. And if you're somebody that already knows the Mandela effect's very real, please don't go anywhere, because I have some good stuff to present that I've actually not really presented before, but I've talked about a lot, that has to do with the Snow White Mandela effect. I think it's substantial residual, plus what I happen to possess right here. Let me just lay the groundwork for the people. You remember Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. As do I. As does just about anybody that's going to watch this video. Anybody you're going to approach. And let me tell you, it's one thing I talk about often. It's called lock 100 people in a grocery store. If I locked 100 people in a grocery store and asked them the same question I just asked you, what did the Queen say in the mirror in Snow White, the famous quote? How many do you think are not going to say mirror, mirror on the wall out of 100? I'm going to tell you well over 90%, probably 100% are going to say mirror, mirror on the wall. Well, it's never been that in this reality. Now, out of these people I ask, I'm going to ask, I should have said, you know, people my age, adults my age, a little bit older, right? Even if I ask children, they're going to say the same thing. But what I'm telling you is because we all got it from the same place. We all got it from the Snow White movie that was huge, put out by Disney. His first major animated film, by the way. Okay? And I remember it clear as day. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Now, with the Mandela effect, what a lot of people that deny it don't really like to get into is too all a residual. Some of them will touch on it, though, and say, well, I'll give you what their excuse is in a second. But if you ever watch any time that this is parodied, played out, children in a play, people are always quoting it mirror, mirror on the wall, not magic mirror. Yet, if you go back and look at the Disney classic that we all grew up with, I had the VHS tapes in a plastic case, glossy. You guys probably remember, had a lot of them. A lot of changes in those Disney movies too, but we're going to stick on this one change only in this video. That's where I knew it was Mirror, Mirror from. I didn't have the 1812 Brothers Grimm's book. So this is what the people who try to deny the Mandela effect say. The interesting thing is, you're not on the outside looking in. You think you are, but you're actually not. Because you remember Mirror, Mirror. You remember so many of the same things that we do down the line. You're not delusional. I'm not delusional. I'm not the one trying to pretend that we're losing our senses. We're not losing our senses. So, before I get into this, let's talk about one of the things the Mandela effect skeptics or deniers or whatever you want to say, what they say. Well, you just got, because what they'll go back and, so we have all this physical evidence. And anytime it's done in songs, listen to Snoop Dogg's song, right? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the top dog of them all, right? Slick Rick, De La Soul, Iggy Azalea. Man, there's so many old rock songs, too, that people have been sending me. It's everywhere. Mirror, mirror on the wall. People weren't getting it from the Brothers Grimm's book. Like much of the stuff people try and use against us after we present evidence, I never never read the Brothers Grimm's book. I never saw all the parodies that people did of any of these Mandela effects till after the fact when I went and looked. But another thing people say is, well, so in the Brothers Grimm's book, it's Mirror, Mirror, and Disney changed it. Disney changed it because of copyright issue. I mean, they have the rights to the movie. It's a copyright issue. But Disney changed it. Well, first off, if Disney changed it from Mirror Mirror to Magic Mirror, that does nothing to explain why all of us, including you, remember Mirror Mirror. Because you didn't get it from the Brothers Grimm's book, did you? Let's be honest. That's right, you didn't. You got it from the Disney movie, just like we all did. So if it was always Magic Mirror since Disney changed it when he got it, right? Why would we remember Mirror Mirror? But it gets deeper than that. Because Disney themselves keep putting out live action remakes of this movie. One was even titled Mirror Mirror. I think Julia Roberts was in it, right? It was literally titled Mirror Mirror. Okay? They've done these 2 other movies in the last couple of years where they integrate all these Disney characters that were animated, but now there's real actors playing them out in these movies. I forget what it's called. I did a couple videos on it. Disenchanted or Enchanted, something like that, right? Or maybe that's one and the sequel's the other. And Mirror, 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 as they're doing the full Snow White scene. It's no mistake what they're referencing here. They're dressed up as the fucking queen, talking into the fucking magic mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror, mirror on the wall. So, that would kind of blow apart the idea Disney changed it since they're still using it. But let's take a look at this. This is from 1960. Okay, now, I'll show you over here a little history of this so you can see. Okay, 1960, so it has 4 release dates. Mine is the 1960. I have the date on the bottom. U.S. Snow White Magic Mirror, because that's the title of it. Right here, Magic Mirror. Okay. 1957, when the first Snow White Storyteller album was released in the U.S. Then in 1960, Disney would issue the Magic Mirror Storyteller line, vinyl 12-inch discs, 33 1/3 RPM. That's the record that's in here. For those of you that don't know what records are, we used to have records. Yep. Okay, so then it gets into who narrated it and the story about it, and this is the actual version I have, which I'll show you. Very funny, because mine looks just like that with the wear right in that spot, too. Okay. I know you're not going to be able to read that tape. Maybe you can. But it is the 1961. Okay. And when you open it up, some of these pages are falling out. Let's see. Sorry, I should have had it right open to where I wanted to go. But there are a bunch of pictures. With little paragraphs, pictures from the movie, okay? There's little paragraphs next to it. And here it is, I passed it, right near the beginning. And some of them illustrations, pictures, illustrations, pictures, illustration. Because Snow White's cold and cruel stepmother is jealous of her beauty, each day the queen asks her magic mirror, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of us all?" Mirror, mirror on the wall. So, another case of Disney. This residue is 63 years old. from the horse's mouth. Mirror, mirror on the wall. It's not a copyright issue. Disney didn't change it. It's a very legit Mandela effect, which changed the official movie, the official version, and all this other residual remains. Now, many times, official things like this that are tied into the original Mandela effect won't remain. Like, this is strong evidence. So you're going to say that we're all misremembering, or we all learned from the Brothers Grimm, and that's why it's mirror, mirror. Well, Disney remembers mirror, mirror clearly. "63-year-old residue. 63-year-old residue.